Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty in the Frizz. My name is Cara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. I'm really excited to be doing this video with my friend Jami. Her channel is I Am Jamila. And she recently bought the Melt 420 palette, and she was saying, because Melt had a sale, I want to say everything was 50% off, and she was like, is it bad? Do you have it? And I was like, I got it late. I did change a couple of the shades. She's like, well, sometimes I love the palettes everyone hates. So I was like, we should collab and do a couple looks. And she said yes. So today we are doing 2 looks with the Melt 420 palette. So pull it out if you have it. And if you don't, just watch and chat it up with me. If this sounds good to you, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think. If makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to hang out with someone that feels the same way, definitely consider joining the community. I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. How are you? It is the day of spring break for me. I'm very excited. It is the day of spring break for me. August would like to show you something. Now, we don't have a lot of time and I still need to do a look. So go ahead. So if you've been around, August has been wanting cool shoes, and he paid for half of these Jordans and he is keeping them very clean. He just got them. Do you love them? Yeah. They're so nice. So for anybody that was like, get that boy some shoes, he has got them and we're excited. Yeah, go show them the Jordan sign on the bottom, and then we got to get to getting. Look at that. I mean, they're very nice. Very nice. They're very nice. I'm enjoying that you enjoy. All right, so put them on and I'm gonna get started on this. So the Melt 420 palette, I believe, came out in 2021 because they didn't have a 420 release last year. And I mean, this is just all coincidental, but Melt just released their new 420 palette. I think it's called ElecTrip. And most likely I'm gonna get that because it's the old format, and I'm so happy to see that Melt is returning back to the rectangular pans. I need to get lamellos too. Lamellos? But I'm not going to get any. Listen, I know, but I'm not going to get Okay, we can look at that at another time. Okay. We're not going to have a shoe craze. Okay. So the ElecTrip palette, I believe, is coming out on 420 or around that time. And there's going to be, it's a collection. So I am staying tuned to see what else they're going to do. It really does make me excited for Melt. I know I've seen some different comments on the post. I'm excited to see Melt return back to their roots. This is the Melt that I fell in love with. I am hoping that they're upgrading their shimmers in some way, shape, or form, because this new palette is shimmer heavy. I want to say there's about 6, when in the original 420, and I'm saying original because I changed mine and added a second shimmer, there was only 1 shimmer in that one. Now let's talk about 420. I'm going to show you my palette because there are 2 shades that are different. So these 2 are different, and I will post an original picture of what the palette looked like before I remixed it. And I don't think I have a video doing this palette. I have a video remixing some other Melt palettes, but 420, I think I just did, like, I was mad about one of the shades, and I want to say it was a deeper green. It might have been, I can't remember, but it was a deep green, and it made me so mad because it was really patchy, and I tried to blend it, I tried to tap it, and I just couldn't get it right. And when I tried to blend it, it would just blend away to just nothing. And I was like, I'm not gonna use this. This palette could use another shimmer. And then Shatter might have been the original shimmer. I can't remember which is which, but you'll see in the original pic. The shimmer was not good either. So this color shimmer is very similar to the original, and I cannot tell you where I took these from. I would like to say this one is probably from Give Me Glow, and I don't know where this one's from. So there's that, and it really doesn't matter. So if you're not following Jami over at I Am Jamila, you have to check her out. I will have her page and her video linked in the description box, because I cannot wait to see what she comes up with, because she's going to be using the palette in its original natural format. So here are the swatches of my palette. And as you can see, the shimmers are shimming and the mattes do look good as well. And I'm about to create a second look, but the first look that I created came out fantastic, which you're about to see. And we're gonna create another one after that. So let's go ahead and get into the first look. All right, y'all, I am so excited to pull out 420. I'm so glad that Jami wants to do this collab with me. And as I'm sure I talked about in the intro, you know, I changed 2 of the shades. Now, I really did feel like 420 could stand a second shimmer. And I'm trying to think, because I think this was a matte. I'm gonna have to go back. This was a matte that just wasn't working for me, I believe. And then this shimmer, which was, I believe, similar to this color, was not working for me either. So let's see what we can come up with. It's very sad that I had to alter this palette. However, this color story was just too good. It was too good to not use. So let's see what we can come up with for this first look. I'm gonna be using a BK Beauty A503 brush. And let's see. I'm gonna go into the shade Dank. I'm just so curious, like, is this palette as bad as everyone said it was? They were who we thought they were. Remember that commercial? Or was that it was like a football coach and he was like, they were who we thought they were. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, it's okay. Because I don't even know who it was. Now, so far, this is good. I know that the matte that I took out from this palette, it just kept blending away. It did not matter what I did. And I got so frustrated. I was like, what is going on here? Why is it doing that? It just blended till it was nothing. And I was just like, okay, this is just not working for me. No issues. I have to blend it a little bit. I have to say, I love the idea of looking at older palettes from a 2023 viewpoint. And I see Kinky Sweat doing that a lot lately. You know, taking Pat McGrath or Natasha Denona and coming back and, you know, looking at it years later. You know, she's been in the makeup longer than I've been. But, you know, if you've had palettes since 2018 or 2017 or even before then, it's nice to come back and look at these palettes, because our eyeshadow styles and application, you know, go through trends, or in the way that you were applying eyeshadow in 2016, 2017, maybe even 2018, 2019 have changed. So I think that's cool. Now, I was buying makeup when this palette came out, I believe. I think this was the first 420 release I was kind of paying attention to, because I think maybe the year before that, maybe it was Smoke Sessions. Okay, this is a little bit patchy. And see, Melt is known like for really nice mattes, but let's just see. It might be me because my primer really looked uneven when I was just looking at my eye just now. Anyway, I didn't purchase this at the launch. This color story surprisingly did not speak to me, and I'm not sure what I was thinking, because this is totally a great color story. It's just a shame that the palette didn't perform well. And see, you know what Melt could do? They could reformulate this. You know what I mean? Reformulate it. I don't know. Maybe they don't know how, because then Mary Jane came out and everything was great with that except those 2 shimmers on the ends. I had to take those out. We'll make sure I link that video where I dug out some Melt shades. And I've done that in several of my Melt palettes. So I'm not sure why they can't seem to come up with a consistent formula. I like this shade though. I do. I think the patchiness was because my paint pot, I could tell I didn't do a good job putting it on. Like, I didn't make it even with the sponge because it was already creased. August is out there playing basketball, and you know, he's just one step away from an asthma treatment. This looks nice. Okay, I like that. You're not gonna hear me say nothing bad about that shade. Next, we're gonna go into the shade Roll It. I am gonna use the same brush, at least for now. I'm just putting it on the tip, and let's just tap it on in. I feel like this one's fine too. It really must have just been that one that I threw away. because I'm not even that type of person. But I was like, this has got to go. Like, I will not use this palette. I want to say it was a deep green shade. And maybe that was Chronic. And then Shatter was the shimmer of the palette because there was only one. So I'm working through all of this right now, but I'm certain I mentioned all of that in the intro. So I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. So I like this. If Mel can get their shimmer formula straight. So here's what we have. So I'm not having any issues. See, I think I got rid of the problems. So I can't wait to see Jami's looks. I just cannot wait to see. I'm so excited. So now we're gonna go into a shimmer. So cheating a little bit here. So this is the shimmer I put in here, Chronic. I am certain that this is a Give Me Glow shimmer because I love Give Me Glow shimmers, but I had them put away and I wasn't really reaching for them or using them. So I chopped this one up. I'm trying to think of what shade this is. I'll know it if I see the name. I want to say is Follow Me. This is such a beautiful antique-y shade. It's gorgeous. And I'm literally going like this. I'm not even like swiping it. So if you like foiled shades, it's just they need to come out with smaller pans. That's the only issue with the Give Me Glow and like clarity. Give me a smaller pan. Cause I don't even know if I used the whole, I'm not even sure if I used the whole pan for this palette.
Can you listen to my back?
Do you feel like you're wheezing?
No.
Okay.
Can you just listen to my back?
I can listen. You are wheezing a little bit, but it's not out of control. But this is when you want to sit down.
Okay, but me and Jules are playing the game.
Or what game?
Don't touch the floor.
Okay, you might want to play a PlayStation game. Yeah, y'all. Yeah. Okay. I'm into this. Oh, it kind of matches like with my little shirt. Okay, let's do a under eye shade. I'm taking an e.l.f. smudger brush into the shade Hash. I'm just gonna sweep that onto the lower lash line. Okay, I can get with this. I'm gonna tell you right now, I can get with this palette. I'm gonna have to use some more mattes to see what's going on. But with this look, I can definitely get with this one, y'all. Taking a pencil brush into the shade Shotgun for my inner corner. Little matte inner corner highlight. All right, here is the first look with 420 remastered. I'm gonna finish it up. Oh, look at it from afar. I'm gonna finish it up and let y'all know what I think. All right, you guys, here is the finished look. And I use the Victoria Beckham liner. I wanna say the shade is Olive in the waterline, and then the Maybelline Surreal Falsies mascara. Yes, y'all. Now I do know that this shimmer is really making this look. So, you know, just keep that in mind. But I will say this, the mattes that I used in this look were fine. There was nothing wrong with them. They worked beautifully. I do really love the yellow highlight in the inner corner. So far, so good. I really love this. Let's go ahead and get into look number 2. All right, y'all, back with Current Me. We are going to do look number 2 with 420. And then I'm gonna get to work, y'all. Today is a special day. I'm telling you, spring break. Yes. We're supposed to be making some, listen to this. We're supposed to be making s'mores using a solar oven. I don't even think it's gonna be sunny like that. We did this project with hot dogs when I was little. So we're gonna see how it turns out. Didn't prime my eyes. Let me do that real quick. So I am very excited. It's a 2-hour early dismissal day. It should be chill. I mean, that's the plan. The plan is that it should be chill. Using the MAC paint pot in the shade Soft Ochre. All right, that's probably not the neatest application, but it's all good. All right, let's try to do a different look. Let's do Faded. So Faded is this little grungy green here. And I'm using the Sydney Grace blending brush. And let's see what this looks like on. So I really want to feel this palette out and use as many shades as I can. That's why I wanted to do 2 looks. All right, so that's fine. I'm not having an issue with that one. And sometimes with the Melt Mattes, you really are better off patting them in, but this one is fine. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the new palette. I think I'm gonna get it, but let me know what you think. I know I'm setting myself up for disappointment if the shimmers don't shim, and that's just a risk you take. But I'm hoping they make a statement or something, like new shimmer formulas or something. I don't know. I'm gonna go into Shotgun, because if they can just get their shimmers together, their mattes are pretty good, you know? And I think that's what was a little disappointing about 420 for some, because Melt mattes are really nice. So to have one that blended away into nothing was sad, and then you had the shimmer was not good either. So that was a sad shame. This Shotgun shade is really powdery, but like, that's okay. Ooh, that is nice. Not even mad about it. So see, this would have been a perfect time to use that green that I got rid of, because it was a deep forest green. We're gonna go into Roll It, which is this deep brown. And let's just see, I'm gonna just, let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do Roll It. Just started on the outer corner here, and let's see how this one goes. I might have used this in the last look, but I can't remember. Now see, this is where I'm like, oh, because a deep green would have been great. You know, I have not found the secret to repressing mattes. You know, the shimmers are easy, but I would have loved to just replace the matte shade that I got rid of with, you know, another matte, but that has not been successful. I actually did that in my brunette palette. I had to make sure my mic was on, and it lasted probably for, it might be a full year. It might have lasted, and then I went in one day and it was just broke. It was just broken up. So I haven't found that secret yet. So my brunette palette is missing a shade. I tried to use a Give Me Glow purple because I thought the brunette palette would look great with some purple shades in it. So I used a purple shimmer, and I used like a purpley matte. So let's see. I was trying to keep the green, but it's just not happening with this. It's still not bad though. I wish I just had the green, but that's all right. Actually, that looks okay. Times it. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna keep going. I'm really just lightly tapping the brush into this pan because it is pretty pigmented. So I'm just taking my time. So I'm really proud of myself, because when you see this video, I will be out of town, and I know like nobody's pressed for me to have all these videos, but I enjoy it. I enjoy having the videos, and I enjoy the premieres and the chats. You know, whoever can make it. And I know some people don't like to chat, and that's cool too. Like, it's whatever. But I'm happy that I'm gonna like still be able to have my videos. So I have so many ideas and just not enough time, you know? So I'm glad that I'm gonna be able to do this, and I'm so glad Jami wanted to do this too. It really makes me happy because I really like her a lot. I'm not mad at this. Let's look at it from afar. Because that's like the real view, you know what I'm saying? But up close it looks good too. I'm not mad. I am not mad at this. Now we're gonna use the other shimmer, which is Shatter. And let's just see how that looks. I mean, I probably like the other shimmer better, but we're gonna use this one. Again, this is kind of cheating a little bit, you know, but you know, that's what I had to do with this palette in order to make it work. When I start doing that with the palettes, like, I enjoy it, it's fun, but it is time consuming and a lot of work. I just had some singles that just happened to be sitting around, and I was like, you know what, if I'm not gonna use this shade, let's just trade it out. And that is allowing me to use, you know, more things in my collection. But at the same time, I put too much on. At the same time, it's like, who wants to buy a palette or spend, you know, $50 something? I probably got this one on sale, but that's not even the point. Who wants to spend money and then have to alter something? You know what I mean? I just thought the 420 color story was really special. I thought it was really nice, but I didn't think that when the palette came out. I didn't get it when it came out, and I'm kind of surprised, but I wasn't really in to these tones, or I just wasn't sure what kind of tones I really was into. So I don't really care for this shimmer with this look, but that's okay. It doesn't look bad. It's just like a green shimmer, or that chronic shade, this one. I think I would have really liked that one more, and then save this shimmer for, like, I don't know, the warmer browns. But it's not gonna look bad, it's gonna look nice. But see, the Melt shimmer that was this color, it was just trash. I'm sorry, it was crumbly, and Melt does that. Like, why are some shimmers crumbly and some are really good? That's what I don't understand. And this one wasn't even a light shimmer. I noticed with their lighter shimmers, those are the crumbly formula. There's one in She's in Parties, there's one in Blueprint, there's one in Smoke Sessions, there's two in Mary Jane, the two on the outer ends, and the ones in Millennial Pinks. Oh my God, I had to change that palette too, because that's another palette that I didn't buy right away. I got it on sale. I just could not pass up that color story, and I have been looking at that palette for so long. I had even duped the Vibes and still bought it eventually, but that palette was just, I don't know, it was just really special, the color story. And I still had to alter the shades. But I knew that going in, because so many people were like, oh, the shades in Millennial Pinks. So far I like look number one better, just because I don't really like this brown with it. I'm taking the shade Dank, which is this one. This brown is not dank, but the Roll It, it's okay. It's not great. I feel like it's a little patchy. And everything, you know, can't be perfect. But, you know, when you're spending your money, it's like, you want it to be good. And we're getting too old for things to just be subpar, you know? That's my new saying. We have to demand more. And maybe that's why Melt went back to their old formula, because those circle pans, y'all know them circle pans were not it. They just weren't. I don't know what to do right here, just because, whatever. I gotta get ready to go. All right, what time is it? Oh, it's not bad. 7:10. Now I'm gonna take a smudger brush from Eggshell, or shader brush, and I'm gonna go back into Faded, which is that green that we started out with that I feel like it really got covered up. I'm just gonna put that on the lower lash line today. Just something slight. Oh my God, my students were like, are we having a party today? I wasn't planning on it. We have this thing called Class Dojo, and they're supposed to earn 7,000 points, and they're 400 points short. But I, you know, give the points so that the party aligns with a certain time. But I have a feeling that some kids are going to be absent, and I don't, while that would make the party cheaper for me, that's not necessarily fair. But like, we had a pizza party, and it was $113 because I had to get 8 pizzas, because like, I'm not going to play y'all and get y'all one slice, and I don't do them kiddie slices. So, you know, it's an investment, and I'm like, it's a lot. Then somebody wanted to have a taco party. I'm like, who is cooking all this meat? Like, for 24 kids, not me. Okay, I'm here for this. I'm taking my Refer 26 brush into wax for the inner corner. Point. Yep, just something slight like that. Here's look number 2. This right here is gonna bother me today, but you know, it is what it is. That's not like a great blend. I might see if I can clean it up. I think from back here it looks okay, but you know, I'm gonna put my liner and my mascara on, and I'll be back to close out this video. Why did I say it like that? All right, you guys, I'm back with the finished look, and to finish it off, I used the Victoria Beckham liner in Cocoa, so it's just brown. And then I have on the Maybelline Surreal Falsies mascara. So let me know, this mascara, look how, that looks nice. Okay, so let me know what you think about this look, and let me know what you think about the 420 palette. Now, here are my thoughts. If it was 50% off, if the palette was like $60 or something like that, or close to that, you're gonna get it for $28 to $30. I mean, I feel like it's workable, but again, even if you're getting something on sale, I don't know if you want something that's just workable. You know what I mean? Going back in time, would I have bought the palette knowing what I was gonna have to do to it to make it work? I probably wouldn't have. And I just have a couple palettes here that I think are all, I don't know if they're all still available. I didn't even plan to do this, but I was just trying to think of other palettes that have this color story because it is very unique. I will say that. Not so much. This is the Mountain Trail bundle by Sydney Grace. And I'm just saying, you can get a similar type of look. Well, first of all, the shimmers are better. And the color story is not the same, but you can still kind of get that grungy, nature, foresty look with this palette. 420 just has some really unique, like the brown tones that I really like. So I do really love this palette. It's not exactly the same, but I think you can get a very similar vibe for less work. I have the Kaleidos Flower Punk palette. Now, I'm only talking about this end, but if you have this, you can get that 420 or Gemini 1 look with less hassle. You know, these greens, there's one very similar to this in 420 and this one. And I think this might have been similar to the one that I removed. And then you have a beautiful shimmer. Did I say shimmer? The mattes. And then you have this beautiful shimmer. So, I mean, just from those 4 shades alone, you could pull off a similar look to this one. I really would have liked this shimmer instead of this warm one. Although I do like this. I just would have preferred a different shimmer. Now, for some reason, I grabbed Metropolis. I just want to take a look. And this is probably not on at all, but I know, I got it, I know. So, maybe not. I was just thinking about this green, but I don't know if this is quite the ticket. I need to put something in here. I gotta figure that out. Let's scrap Metropolis. Let me know what you think. I mean, Metropolis, for me, I have played, you can see I played with the layout. It's very hard for me to get myself together with this palette. I did use it quickly earlier this week for work. But this palette is a tough one for me because there's so many shades and a lot of them are similar and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. It's just too many options. And the last one I pulled out might not go with the theme either, but for some reason, maybe not. I just love this palette, y'all. The Clarity, what is this one? The Croc palette. I was just thinking about the shimmers and the greens here, and you have like duochromes. I mean, the Clarity mattes aren't always the easiest, but I really didn't have any issues with this palette, and the shimmers are out of this world. So that might be a stretch. I don't know, maybe I just wanted to talk about the palettes. But that just goes to show you that 420 is pretty unique. It really is. And you know, just reformulate this one. You know, Melt doesn't always have to, and brands don't always have to have something new. I mean, I do like the idea of the ElecTrip palette because my whole thing was like, what else can they do to top 420 or Mary Jane? I think Mary Jane, yeah, that was, so maybe this came out in 2020 and then Mary Jane came out in 2021. That's what I think happened. So I'll have to correct that in the beginning, in the intro. But I was trying to think like, what else could they come up with? Like y'all did the smoke, y'all did the smoke sessions, y'all did 420, you did the ashes with Mary Jane. Like what else can you do? So the ElecTrip, you know, is kind of unique with the colors and, you know, so. And I think they had, didn't they have an electric palette before? Maybe that was Urban Decay, Urban Dismay. Did y'all see that lubricant? Okay, that's probably old news by now. But anyway, yes, y'all. I don't know, I'm saying I wouldn't have bought it, but some of these mattes, the tones are just really unique, but I may have some like this in my indie singles collection. So maybe not. Let me know how you feel about this palette if you have it. Do you like it? Do you use it? Do you just use some shades? Is it a companion palette? I feel like that about Gemini too. It's a companion palette for me because a lot of the shades look the same, even though the performance is pretty good with that one. So that's gonna be it for this video. Please make sure that you check out Jami's looks and tell her I said hi. You will love her. She is great. And she has no cut cards, and I love that about her. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another one today. I hope this was therapy for you. It always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice. Stay safe, and I'll see y'all really soon. Bye.